You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. Michael the Chosen, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You are bringing something new down the rabbit hole called AGALLOCH, and the song's name is In the Shadow of Her Pale Companion.
Thank you so much for bringing AGALLOCH down the rabbit hole for the very first time. I'm really looking forward to this one. Michael the Chosen. I am so excited to have AGALLOCH coming down the rabbit hole for the very first time. I know we've said that, but I had to say it again. Kyle has told me about this band, and he says that they are absolutely phenomenal, so I have high expectations. I love that the title is In the Shadow of Our Pale Companion. For me, right off the bat, I just have to say that I'm thinking the Pale Companion is death itself, only because the Pale Horseman is pestilence and death. So, of course, that's where I'm at. But we'll see if I'm right or wrong as we get into this. Thank you so much for sending a lyric video. I love dissecting the lyrics and seeing where they come from for me and how I interpret. But I am so excited. And if you are excited, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you never miss a new reaction coming down the rabbit hole. And let us know what your favorite song from this band is in the comment section below.
I am so excited to get to this song. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, and I've been waiting to show this song to you forever. And Michael, you just did it for me, so thank you so much. We're gonna have a good time. I'm thinking, without further ado, let's get into it.
All right. That's pretty. Was this the part?
Already.
Goosebumps already. Is this what you were showing me on the guitar? I'm like, oh.
You inspired me to learn this song again on guitar, so I've been playing this, and she heard this, and she's like, ooh, this sounds good.
And then he was teaching me. So this is that little bit, that na 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 na, is literally the only thing I know how to play on guitar, and I didn't even know where it was from.
Let's start this over.
Okay. Wow.
Wow, eh?
That was a beautiful intro. That intro is gorgeous. This video is very well done.
Very well done.
Um,
Yeah, like hands down, I've only heard this song like through my headphones before or with just the album cover, to not have this beautiful nature go through and then get to see the lyrics and actually hear what the guy's saying 100% correct. Different experience. This is amazing.
It's amazing. And yeah, he is talking about death, the pale companion who walks along us, the shadow of death that is with us, our curse forever.
Yeah.
Who walks
That's
through
our
eternity.
curse.
That's our curse. Our curse is to die. But it's also interesting because we're the lucky ones who are able to die. So it's like, because to die
Yeah.
means you've been alive, and to walk through all of the forgotten land to try and find God. That's also, for me, he's talking about the nihilism.
Not absolutely is.
It's the nihilism.
Yeah, to nothingness.
To nothingness, and that nihilistic feel of nothingness, and then fearing death.
Our sun's going through that right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's so tough.
And it's hard because you got to try to look for the beauty in nature too. So that's what Michael, you were saying the song was about, was
trying to find beauty,
feeling forsaken from God and trying to find the beauty in nature, right?
Yeah, a meaning to live outside of God because am I forsaken?
Man,
yeah,
what we've done, right?
In spite of man.
In spite of man.
Searching through everything.
Yeah.
In all the forgotten places, looking for God in spite of man, while being followed by my pale companion.
Beautiful intro too, though, eh?
Gorgeous.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Might be my favorite one. I love it. this is hitting me deep right now, especially with the conversation we had this morning and knowing just how far people go into nihilism and just that search for meaning, trying to find every landscape or peak that you think might give you that feeling when you just reach there. And
It
my
was
gosh.
crazy what he said. There was that line that said, if this pantheon of oak and this panorama that you seek is what you call God, then God is not dead. And it just instantly made me think, because it was Friedrich Nietzsche who says that because we killed God, more people would die in the next century than
Nihilism's gonna just flourish.
Right, because it's just going to flourish.
Yeah.
And this is what we're seeing today, is the flourishing of not only nihilism but narcissism and all these other issues that come from that internalized
lack of meaning
that's happening. And so because we killed God, this nihilism is flourishing. But he's saying, if even in nature, if this is the pantheon, this pantheon is these oak trees, this forest,
citadel of stone,
this mountain, these amazing creations that we cannot explain, or we can try to explain, but like their beauty is still all encompassing. If this is God, then God is not dead, and the meaning is in this. And I still think, and that's beautiful.
And that's why they're saying trying to find the meaning in nature, right?
And it's beautiful to find the meaning in nature. And like looking at all of these sceneries, other than the fact that there's so much as beautiful as it is as well, there's so much Lord of the Rings and God of War pictures that are showing up in here, and I was like, oh, that's God of War, there's Kratos. But
he goes to hell and back,
and he comes back, and then like takes that's a whole story, daddy. Right? But the beauty that's in here is it's reminding me of home. It's reminding me of the island. It's reminding me of when we drove through the Rockies and we saw those pantheons of oak. We saw the beauty of those stone citadels that just rose above everything. And it's like, of course you would see, that is the creation. That is God there. In that beauty, in that moment. Like, we drove through the Rockies while it was snowing, and that was, I think, the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is gorgeous, but also what's eerie for me is 2,000 years ago in the book of Romans, it said if you disregard God, you're going to start worshiping the creation.
Exactly.
But it won't have enough meaning for you.
But it still won't have enough meaning.
The way I took it, it's like we have the oaks of these, like, pantheon of oaks, which is the pantheon of gods that they used to create statues of. And all these cities that we've made of the metals of the earth. It's like, if we're worshiping these statues in these cities that just come from earth itself, like, shouldn't we just be worshiping earth? But then what created earth? Right? So if you miss that part, that's where I feel the lack of meaning is coming, and then you only can focus on death.
And that's why it's the pale companion, because
that is meaning still. Even though it's not the meaning you want, but that still is meaning that you can't disregard. Pain is still there regardless. So that's something Avery and I are talking about so much right now. And that's why it's hitting me so hard right now, because I have someone in our life that's like struggling with this to such a degree.
Absolutely.
Whew. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful song. Wow.
Let's go back 5 seconds.
Just wanted to acknowledge that amazing moment. That's it.
That's a phenomenal photo. But like that, oh my god, that entire transit, like
That section
that
itself.
section, I'm like, that was insane. That was so good. Like, you just get lost in the music that they're playing. This band is so talented.
So talented. Holy crap.
Like, I was just getting lost with those guitar riffs and the drum fills. Like, the drummer just was like just going, but those guitar riffs just like, they take you to another dimension.
They really
And
do.
with the images that were flashing on the screen, there was lots of fire, there were dragons, it was
a battle at that point.
It was a battle of everything. It was the battle of what to do. And what was really crazy is the final line right before they went into that amazing, like, just instrumental section was he was saying that he knelt at the river, having to understand what it was that he had to do.
Yeah.
And then the crimson flowed into the river, so the blood was flowing into the water that would wash down into the ocean. And then he said, and it came from my throat, and then it faded away. And so the nihilism of everything, of that looking for God because of the deeds that he had done, and then trying to find the God who he felt forsook him, and then saw the pantheon of oak and trees and everything that was of the earth that he would call God, to say God was not dead, but that wasn't enough. And the nihilism still took over, because all there was the pale companion that walked in the shadow by his side. And now we stop here at a picture of the world burning. So, like...
Yeah, and now that I know they're from Portland, Oregon, opposed to, I thought they were from Europe somewhere, they're actually in North America right here, too, to finish it off. And let's finish off this amazing song.
The song does not feel like a 15-minute song, because it flows so well. The transitions are phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is like literally this is Opeth level.
This is my Opeth before Opeth. It's bringing so much nostalgia for me. That's also why I was getting overwhelmed too, because I was getting nostalgia feels plus legit people going through this nihilism and experiencing some people who have made it to the ocean.
Of living when all there is death
and pain, right? So, oh my gosh, heavy.
Shadow of death's hand, my leader.
I didn't expect to get hit so hard for a song that I've known so deeply, but as we were talking about some of our other reactions recently, this is why knowing the lyrics and the story behind the music and not just the beautiful music itself really it sends it to a whole nother level. And oh my god, which is what we talked about today, and that's why it's hitting as well at a different level, I think, too, because it's just so fresh of
What's going
what's
through in our
going through
life.
in our lives and all that too. So like I love this song so deeply. Like it's one
Hmm.
of the songs I actually took the time to learn as much as I could. It's a long song, and that's why I wanted to start playing it again right when I knew we were going to be reacting to this. I was too eager and I had to just start playing it before we reacted to it because I've been wanting to listen to it
And
so
I
badly.
didn't know what song this was. I honestly, when he started playing, I thought he was just playing another Opeth song, to be honest, because you do a lot of that, just
Right.
strumming to little Opeth
Yeah,
riffs.
absolutely.
And so then I was like, oh, that looks simple enough. I'm sure I could learn that. And the thing that I loved about it is this band, they start with such a simple little riff that then carries through almost the entirety of that first section.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it is something that's pulling you in and drawing you in. And I don't want to say monotonous because it's not. It's beautiful, it's difficult, there's a lot going on, but it reminds me of that path when you're walking and you know you're making that routine of life,
Yeah, it's just
and the
mundane.
mundaneness and the monotony that is,
Yeah.
getting up, waking up, going to work, coming
Next,
home,
rinse
going
and
to bed,
repeat.
waking up,
Ring,
rinse and
ring,
repeat
ring.
always. And
Yes.
so when the singer, who is amazing, oh my god, his
Yeah.
voice is just phenomenal. I was loving his
Clean and growl.
growls, I was loving his clean,
Hmm.
um
They're
top
genreless,
notch.
aren't they?
They are genreless.
Yeah.
But when he was during that first section when they had this
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
through,
Yep.
that was giving me that rinse and repeat, and then
Yes.
also with the lyrics of, I'm searching, I'm going through the
Same
mountains, I'm going
landscape
through the
again.
landscape. There's all these forgotten landscapes, but it's just the same landscape. But then he's like, but look how beautiful it is, and look at, like, when we go through the Rockies, how beautiful it is. But if you are driving through the Rockies all the time, it just becomes the Rockies,
Yeah,
right? It's
absolutely.
beautiful, but it just becomes what it is.
Yeah.
We grew up on an island that is a tourist destination.
Yeah, people come to
People
retire.
come to retire there, but I was born there. I grew up there. So you forget about the beauty that is there because it becomes the monotony that is just everyday life,
Yeah.
even with how beautiful it is. And so to then be saying, oh, well, this is the Pantheon, it's beautiful, it's great, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And that, I think, was the key point for me in this.
Well,
It wasn't
absolutely.
enough.
It wasn't enough, and that's what Abraham went through when he was seeing all these statues and he needed something more and became a child of faith and went on an adventure just to
Yeah,
look for it, right? And
just to
that's
look for
some
it.
people don't find it though, and they don't
Yeah.
sacrifice correctly, or they can't drop something correctly. And
Mm-hmm.
like it made me realize when I was listening to this music back in the day when I didn't know what the lyrics were, why I was reflecting so much, because I was in a very dark place when I was listening to this type of music like Linkin Park, and this was like what I was listening to. So it just makes me think about that time and the times I reached out and people didn't take it seriously. But now in this world, we're a bit more open to it, where you can talk about this stuff a bit
Mm-hmm.
more open, and hopefully parents are more open to talk about this stuff because kids are really going through this stuff really bad
Yeah.
right now, and they're searching for that meaning because that mundaneness of life is getting to them pretty bad.
And parents have a bad habit of thinking, oh, well, you're just kids, your life isn't that hard,
Yeah,
right? But it's like,
it's not even about
it's
hard or
not
not.
even
It's
about
not
that.
having meaning.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my mom when I was growing up, it's like I got good grades. I have friends. I'm attractive. I'm doing good at sports. I have
Hmm.
extracurricular activities. I'm eating correctly. I'm sleeping good.
Why do I still
What's
feel this
going
way?
on here? Like this is I
Yeah.
can't explain this, and we don't know the antidote for every person how to fix that. But you gotta go search for it, and hopefully you find it on one of those peaks or something when you
Hmm.
get there. But man, it's I didn't think it'd get so philosophical with the song because I was so just ready for the music itself. So that's why
Absolutely.
it threw me off guard, and I really think everything has meaning, and there's a reason why it happened today, and this is why today we're reacting to it after Revelation today. Like, so for me, it's just such a bow and I'm really happy you guys got to see it too, because like a lot of the time, say if I've heard this and Alanna hasn't, I would tell you to look at Alanna for this, but I hope you looked at both of us, because like I was holding back tears actually. Like I didn't expect this to happen, y'all. This is why music's amazing.
Yeah, music is able to release so many different emotions in so many different ways. By the way, like even like you've heard the song how many times? I know, Michael, you were saying that you had heard the last song we had reacted to from you hundreds of times, but you can still look at it and listen to it with new ears, even after this thousandth time of listening to a song, because your life is always changing, our life is always changing, the things we go through is constantly changing. Even if you want to look at it at a scientific level, you're going to hate that I'm going to say this, but you're a new person every 7 years.
She always does that.
Because after 7 years, even your brain cells have completely redivided and regrown each other. So it's like, technically we're clones, but
yeah, and that's why you experience the song differently.
Experience it differently.
Yeah,
right. That's why you go through stuff. You change as a person, so your way you're going to understand something changes. This morning has changed our entire reality, and so now we're listening to things with new ears. We're understanding things differently just because of what has happened within a 2-hour conversation that we had. So like, this has been such a revealing day with all the songs that we've been listening to today, and then to end on this one is like, it's just so powerful, because we've been reading Friedrich Nietzsche and hearing what he has to say, and then having this song come in. It's like, wow, this is just what nihilism is. It's the monotony of everyday life, and realizing there is no meaning, and then at the end of it, you just go with your pale companion.
Everyone's got these existential crises that we don't know about, and people don't know how to even look
or converse.
No, or even look someone in the eye and ask them, can you help me get out of this hole?
Yeah.
That's what, like, I think hurts me the most, and that's why that hanging noose at the end,
that just got us.
That like got me. If it got you too, then yeah, but like, I could go on, because I'm all about this stuff. I feel so heavy about this stuff, but this song and this band is amazing, and also the revelation that they're from America opposed to Europe actually, like,
I wouldn't
changed
have thought
me
they were
up
from
too.
America either,
and it gave me some more credit for them, because I thought that's how good they were sounding. Like, if they sounded European, that's a good stamp for me. So like, and we're from the Northwest as well, so we're right by Portland, Oregon, right? So
yeah, you can take a ferry from there, from where we used to live.
Yeah, I used to go there for my NBA game, so that's incredible. Thank you so much, Michael, for this. We talked forever because we love this so much. So if you guys loved it as well, hit the like button, comment down below if you want to see more of this band, because I actually don't know many more songs from them other than this one album, so I would love to know some of their bangers from their other discography. Subscribe if you are new. Hope you guys had a good time, because we are now exiting the rabbit hole.
Thank you so much, Michael, for bringing this amazing band down the rabbit hole. This was a phenomenal song. I absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for the lyric video. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.